Drivers meeting out of the way. Welcome to the DES Gen 4 race here at Michigan International Speedway. Please remain off the track after the drivers meeting is completed. Tonight will be a total of 110 laps. We'll have no stages, one faster pair, 4 additional sets of tires. A few things to note: the only black flags will be cleared faster to yellow due to wrecked cars wrecking the pits. We will not clear black flags for speeding through pits or unsafe entry or exit. During the restarts, let's keep the pack tightened up. Laying back to jump the start will result in a penalty. And when taking the green flag, you must maintain in your line until you cross that stripe. After the yellow flag's out and you safely made it through any wreckage, please catch up to the pace car immediately to prevent delaying others. And when cycle through green flag stops, state over the radio what your intentions are to allow others to move around you. A few special notes from last week's races. Make sure you guys are catching up to the pace car immediately as soon as the yellow comes out and you've made it through the wreckage. Good luck. Have some fun.
Thank you, Hunter.
Welcome to another weekend jam-packed full of racing. Tonight, we are in the Gen 4 Cup cars at Michigan International Speedway. We got a lot of fresh paint schemes out here celebrating breast cancer awareness throughout the month of October, so keep an eye out for those pink cars as we're going around. I am joined here tonight with co-broadcasting Edwin Warren, and then we got Damon O'Brien up in the controls. Edwin, how you doing tonight?
I am doing good. Great to be at this wonderful track of Michigan. High speeds, good banking, gonna have drafting. I'm excited to see how this goes because this is a loose car that enters the corner above 200. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I was watching these guys as they were turning some laps around, and I mean, they're entering the corner around 210-ish. So those kind of speeds, I think we're going to see a lot of wrecking out here tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, my concern is people not paying attention to their tire wear or something like that and spinning out in a high speed area such as the exit of the corner, because this car does push up on exits, so that can cause them to spin right in front of the field and head towards that wall, and everybody else is gonna have nowhere to go.
And this is actually our very first series here in the Gen 4 cars and our first time at Michigan. So I'm assuming these guys got a little bit of practice in here before the race. But we're going to go ahead into the starting lineup. Edwin, you want to take this?
I got it. We got Albert Williams starting P1 in at number 18. And then Jordan Tross, a three-time winner, I believe it is, sitting in P2. Christian Clark starting P3. Shout out to his Aunt Joe. I hope she's doing better. And then we've got Tom Ringer making his triumphant return with a temporary number, starting P4, coming back with a blaze. Brandon Hinton of Hinton Motorsports, the man himself, starting P5. Is he going to continue running the bottom or will he move up? Then we've got Judson Curtis, that sneaky man. He knows how to make his way to the front and put on a show. Then we got Max Dinda, a man who knows how to go fast, but is a little crazy around traffic. Then we got Gary Bergeron with a new paint scheme coming back, loves these cars, and he's ready to get rocking and rolling. Tad Dabney, another blistering fast short run master right there, starting P9. Todd Perrant, the cool collect master himself, starting P10. Jeff Dinda, Dad Dinda, starting P11, the most surprising driver there is. This man used to run in the back, now he runs up front. Chris Wagner, the 57, starting P12. Thomas Long, another surprise long run guy, starting P13. Mark Holloway, a long run master himself as well, starting P14. Donald Bell, a newcomer, he's got that 246 number in P15. And Brian Souza, the fuel run master, that man can stretch a fuel tank longer than anybody in P16. Then we've got Jonathan Geist, another calm, cool master. He is there in that number 17 spot. And then another newcomer, I'm going to try to pronounce that first name, Ezekiel, I don't know, Tadao. Sean Dion, a smooth man himself, starting P19. And Christopher Morton, P20. And following up in the rear, Austin Knight at 21st.
What an absolute jam-packed field out here tonight. We have a lot of skill out here, especially look at the front row. You have the 18 Albert Williams, the 79 Tross, both proven racers here in DES, going to battle it out here from the start. I think this is going to be an interesting one out here.
Yeah, I want to keep my eye on that second row, though. That second row is going to have that better draft advantage, and both of those guys know how to keep a car underneath them, even when it seems like it should be snapping loose. So those guys, I think they might jump those front two.
As we are 1 to green, the lights on the pace car are off here at Michigan. Pace car is going to pull down, and we're going to have the 18 Albert Williams lead us to the green flag.
Like I said, I'm excited to see how this goes, man. They're going to get a launch and be right on top of each other as they take the green flag, and it looks like the outside lane is not formed up the inside lane is, but George Tross doesn't need no help as he's poking his nose in front of Albert Williams.
Now, I have absolutely zero experience here in these Gen 4 cars. I don't know how important the draft is going to be once these guys are actually getting up to speed.
I mean, with speeds excess of 200 miles an hour
on the infield. Oh, he saves it. Good save there.
With excess of speeds of 200, I think the draft is going to come into play a lot. These cars are very aerodynamic and love that nice little slipstream. So I think that draft is going to help a lot. I mean, look how they're still right on top of each other. I think they're going to stay this way the whole race.
Now, but going back to how we raced at Daytona in the first race of the season, these cars did not handle well in the draft at all. They weren't able to suction up to the rear bumper. It was almost like as soon as you would get right there about a car length behind them, the car almost stalled. So I wonder if we're going to see anything similar here at Michigan.
That is true, especially these are two technically different type of cars. Super Speedway car is different than their normal car. So maybe the normal car might perform different, but if they perform like the Super Speedway car, I can see how that's going to get frustrating.
As we already see an influx of different line choices very, very early in the race. 18 Albert Williams elects to go in that middle line right there, while Tross in the 79 sticks to the bottom. Christian Clark following hot on their heels is going to run the high lane through 3 and 4.
One thing I am noticing at Michigan in the trucks, Xfinity, or anything else outside of next gen, the higher line tends to reign supreme.
Oh, we're wrecking on the front stretch.
Go wreck.
We are currently looking here at the 246 of Donald Bell. Looks like he just got loose out of turn 4. However, the 23 of Thomas Long came over and made some comments on the radio, so I think we may have had a second accident that occurred.
Yeah, and Ryan Godfrey involved in that. Wheel actually came off as he was entering the corner after that. So something definitely went down here.
Looking here from the perspective of the 23 of Thomas Long as we're on the exit of turn number 2. It's a little loose there. I think the accident ends up happening on the exit of 4, so we should see something happening here soon.
Yeah, look at the different lane choice. They're just running everywhere, and they just come together right there. The 6 car almost up and over, and then the 24 is able to slow down and keep from getting into the back of them.
Looks like we have another issue happening right now in turn 1. The 9 of Tad Dabney appears to be having some technical difficulties. He is currently parked on the apron.
That's a wild first couple of laps.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming from last week at the Lady in Black at Darlington, we had one caution throughout the entire race on one of the most difficult tracks to maneuver around. As we do have a few takers on pit road. 79 of Tross coming down. Looks like he had a few others with him. .35 of Judson Curtis hitting the pits as well. The 268 of Tom Ringer. 32 of John Geis. The 23 of Thomas Long. 1 of Gary Bergeron. 246 of Donald Bell. 6 of Ryan Godfrey. We had a lot of takers who I don't suspect had damage.
Yeah, I think they might have just hit pits to get a little bit extra fuel to try and extend their run and have a little bit of advantage over the rest of the field. But it's a little early, so it might not even make that much of a difference. I got to tell you, Hunter, I'm excited to see them go green again. We've got a different group of guys at the front, so it's going to get a little different now. So we'll see how these guys handle entering turn one and the battles they're going to have down the back stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. So we still have Albert Williams up in the first place position. Christian Clark able to secure that second place position with the 79 hitting the pits. Then you got the 5 of Brandon Hinton, the 48 of Max Dinda, 69 of Todd Perrant to round out your top 5. Following that, looks like we got Mark Holloway, Jeff Dinda, Matthew Tennant, Austin Knight, and Chris Wagner to round out your top 10.
This is gonna be very fun to watch. I'm so excited for it. I want to see exactly what happens.
And we are back double file after that incident. Looks like everybody was able to get their damage repairs. We have not had any retirees to exit this race yet. The lights on the pace car are off. 18 to Albert Williams going to lead the charge and this field to the green flag.
Really want to see what he does.
Pace car pulls off as we are heading into the restart zone. Green flag is out. Huge jump on the inside lane by that 18. 99 of Christian Clark, not able to get going. The 48 of Max Dinda going to push him across the stripe. Now Max is looking to the middle, 3 wide.
Now that's the excitement I wanted to see right at the start.
Man, look at the back of this pack. We are 2 and 3 wide throughout numerous spots around this track. As 32 of Jonathan Geis looking to the middle, 3 wide, able to secure the outside lane, and he's going to take both positions.
Yeah, there was a car getting loose there too, and they were able to stave it. Now these guys are back to the excitement, going right back at it. And look who's battling for the top spot right now. Christian Clark trying to make his way around the leader.
One of Gary Bergeron going 3 wide with the 60 of Sousa and the 24 of Tato, able to secure 1 position, looking for 2.
The entire front 6 positions all side by side right now. Christian Clark moves up on the 18, trying to run him up the track to get a little bit more minimum, scrub off his speed. Doesn't seem like it's working quite yet for him.
Yeah, he is really trying to make that bottom line work. Let's see how hard he's willing to push. I know the 18 is going to definitely make him work for it, as the 99 goes to the middle line, trying to get a run here off the exit of 2.
He might have a little bit of a speed advantage on exit. Oh, he has to bounce off the wall, so that's going to scrub off his speed. He's going to have to reset it up and try and go back after him on the next go-around.
Now, Christian needs to be careful here. The more he goes to that upper lane, the more he's going to open the door for the 48 to look to the bottom. And on these fresher tires, I expect that bottom lane to start prevailing.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to be careful about that. He's all over the place on the front straightaway. But I think the best thing for him, because he does have the speed, just follow the 18 for now. Follow him in his line, get closer and closer as you can, and that's going to protect you from the 48 of Max Dinda.
As I remember telling you numerous number of times, it doesn't matter what position you're running on lap 11, it's the very last lap is the only one that matters.
Ain't that the truth? It's still a lesson I still tried to learn today. So as we see a pass for the P3 position trying to shape up here, the 5 machine of Brandon Hinton trying to go after Max Dinda to take that position.
We got a good little battle developing back here for the 10th place position between Jeff Dinda and Ethan Farless, DES newcomers. Farless is able to roll that bottom lane, get around the 84 car. That's going to put Jeff Dinda in the clutches of Jacob Williams for the 10th place position.
And while you were taking a look for that, Max on exit of turn 2 scrubs the wall, which kills his momentum, and it allowed Brandon Hinton and Matthew Tennant to get a run on him. And now Matthew Tennant's taking that momentum to try and pass Brandon Hinton now.
Yeah, we have battles going everywhere across this field. 18 Albert Williams definitely starting to extend his gap, almost at a full second, sitting right at about 8.5 tenths, as the 99 falls back to the clutches of the 59 of Matthew Tennant.
Well, as those guys fight behind Christian Clark, he's actually, it appears, might be putting an extensive gap on them as well. He's trying to move away from them. Fighting with another car always slows you down. So with those 3 throwing down, which now has become 2, it could give Christian Clark the chance to move away from them. Brandon Hinton falling into the clutches of 2 cars behind him. Todd Perrant and Mark Holloway, 2 former teammates, chasing him down.
69 running that upper lane. Let's see if he's able to get the momentum here on the 56, or the 56 will clear him here on entry.
You know, I'm starting to see exactly what you said, Hunter. You said that bottom line is going to start prevailing. Look at how these passes are going. These guys are able to just go to the bottom line and move past them. Mark Holloway did that with wheel damage too.
As the run continues, we are slowly starting to single file out with very few cars running side by side. 6 of Ryan Godfrey with a little bit of rear end damage, battling the 58 of Ethan Farless and the 3 of Sean Dion.
The 48 and 59 were catching Christian Clark, but now Max Dinda is going for a pass, and it's kind of stagnated them now. They're now just kind of hanging out behind Christian now.
You know, while we're sitting here and watching Michigan, so I've actually been to Michigan once in real life, and it was one of the coolest tracks that I've ever been to. And one of the special feats here about Michigan is you can see any car on the track from any seat within this stadium.
That's crazy considering this place is 2 miles long. I mean, that infield is massive. So that is awesome that they designed this track in a way where you can do that. I've had to take my eyes to a little bit further down the field. Brian Souza, Sean Dion, Jonathan Geis, and Ethan Fearless were almost 3 wide with a car trailing, and now they've kind of sorted themselves out a bit.
For the most part, we have single filed out as the 18 Albert Williams continues to grow his lead up to 1.3 seconds over the 99 Christian Clark.
Jordan Tross, even though he started P2, he's not really making his way forward. He might be trying to conserve, something like that might be going on, or do you think it's potentially just harder to pass now?
I'm sure that we'll start seeing some tire wear play into effects around maybe 15 to 25 laps on a run. Now, one thing I did learn from these guys that our fuel window is looking to be about 25 to 30 laps. So those that have yet to pit, that did not pit under that first caution, we should be seeing them down pit road within the next 7 to 12 laps.
Some of them might take that, consider it go time, that they need to start moving forward just to preserve position. So when they come out of pit road, they might have an advantage over a competitor or something like that. But as of right now, it just kind of looks like everybody's where they're at.
A very large group of cars all back here battling together, starting with the 57 of Chris Wagner battling for the 9th place position, as you could throw a blanket over these guys, and the 79 looking to the inside of the 7 of Austin Knight.
He's bringing Gary Bergeron with him, and also Judson Curtis right there. So it's kind of appearing, once you get shuffled out to that top side line, yeah, there's a potential chance for a freight train.
The 79 able to secure the position from the 7 of Austin Knight, 57 of Chris Wagner next up in his sights. Now, we do know that 79 did pit under that first caution, so his fuel window is going to be a little bit longer than everybody else's. And as we're doing that, we're going to check out some of these nice paint schemes that these guys have made in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Looking at the 32 of Jonathan Geis and that beautiful sparkling pink number 32. Now, this weekend, we also have quite a few more races going on. If you're interested in racing with us, you can head on over to racedes.com. We run the Gen 4 series on Friday, 2 different truck series on Saturday, as well as the next gens on Sunday for our oval series, and then we run the LMP 3s on Wednesdays and the GT 3s on Thursdays for our road course series. So if you're interested in racing with us, you can head on over to racedes.com, hop in the Discord, and meet us out there on the track.
One thing happened while you were going over that. Ethan Fearless got loose, hit the wall, came down. The 24 of Tadao ran into the back of him, sent him back into the wall, and knocked his whole right front off. We have our first DNF, Ethan Fearless.
Tross able to secure yet another position as he continues to battle it out. Right now, we're checking out a replay here to see what happened to the 58 of Ethan Fearless.
I don't know why I keep saying Fearless.
On the exit of turn number 2, he just gets tight, gets back to the throttle a little too quickly, pulls out, and the 24 to that rear bumper knocks the right front completely out of that car.
Frustrating end for Fearless. He was definitely maintaining where he was at and had a potential chance for a good finish through consistency. So it is definitely unfortunate to see that happen to him.
Looking back at our leaders, 18 Albert Williams still continuing to grow that lead up to 1.8 seconds over 99 of Christian Clark, still running in second. Brandon Hinton sitting about 2.3 seconds back from our leader, Max Dinda with 2.4, and Matthew Tennant rounding out your top 5 at 3.4 seconds. Ooh, some contact there with the outside wall for the 99 of Christian Clark. That's definitely going to slow him down a bit. He lost about 5/10 there from that contact. That's going to put the 5 of Brandon Hinton right on his rear bumper.
Yeah, Hinton's there now. He is right there with him, able to pick up a little bit of slipstream. So now it's going to become a situation of fighting him off, as well as trying not to destroy your equipment as well. Because Christian Clark is in a wonderful position right now, running P2. That is a phenomenal day for him right now.
As our pit window is opening this lap, we should start seeing takers here within the next 5 laps for our first round of green flag pit stops.
Do you give up the track position to try and, stay out there for a little bit longer, hope for a caution, or do you pit early to get those fresh sets of rubbers?
It's still a little too early in the race to start playing those kind of strategies. To be honest, I think you kind of follow with what our leader, the 18 Albert Williams, elects to do.
Seems like hitting the wall for Christian Clark didn't slow him down any, because Hinton got to him, but now they've just stabilized. Christian Clark actually puts a little bit of a gap on him. It's kind of increasing a little bit by little bit, so maybe he's in a good position. As I say that, Hinton gets closer again.
Yeah, Christian's doing a good job of protecting that bottom line. I think Hinton's going to try to get underneath him. He's not a fan favorite to run that top lane. So it's going to be interesting to see what maneuvers he's going to choose to get around him.
I think he might just use the power of his cooler tires, because technically his tires are going to be a little bit cooler, because as you go up on those higher lines, you heat up those right side tires more. So he's going to have maybe that gives him an extra grip advantage as he's getting closer still.
Our first, sorry to cut you off, first for that, a green flag pit stop, 48 of Max Dinda, little wobbly there getting into pit road. He couldn't get it wound down enough. Ryan Godfrey in the 6th car to follow.
I wonder if he got a speeding penalty, because if he was wobbly, there is a potential chance he did not have it slowed down enough.
If I'm not mistaken, our pit road speed is 55 miles per hour. Is a 56 Mark Holloway pitting this time.
Jordan Tross all over the 59 of Matthew Tennant for that P4 position. He was all over him. He was almost giving him a bump down the front straightaway. Oh, Matthew Tennant gets a little bit loose, and that allows Jordan to get the power down and get to his outside.
Let's see if he's able to make it stick here through 3 and 4. We haven't seen a lot of prevail through that top lane. Let's see if the 79 is able to work it.
Oh, the 59 decides to hit pit road. So that's going to give Jordan Tross the position right there.
99 of Christian Clark, 59 of Matthew Tennant in the pits this time.
The 3 guys who did pit previously are Jordan Tross, Gary Bergeron, and Judson Curtis, and they're currently running 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So they have a little bit longer they can go on their tires. But look at that. Look at that speed difference. Max is sailing past the one. Leader is in the pit road now.
We have the 24 of Excel Tato pitting, 14 of Jacob Williams, 69 of Todd Perrant, all hitting pit road this time.
We missed it. Christian Clark also hit pit road. We missed that one a little bit.
57 of Chris Wagner in, as well as the 3 of Sean Dion, and the 82 of Christopher Morton in the pits this time.
Lead was taken over by the 5 machine, but he has just come over with the radio. 5 pitting now. So he's going to go down pit road. That's going to cycle the lead to Jordan Tross, Gary Bergeron, and Judson Curtis, who all pitted on that lap 6 exchange. That's actually going to allow Max to go out there and unlap himself the old-fashioned way on track under power. He is now past the 79.
Still quite a few cars that have not came down pit road due to pitting under that first caution. I expect to see them to be able to run about another 6 laps. So by lap 38, we should have the entire field on the pits. 84, Jeff Dinda hitting the pits this time.
So by pitting sooner, Max Dinda might overtake Albert Williams. He's coming past the start-finish line, and Albert Williams seems to be right on the backstretch, about to hit the backstretch.
$79 of Tross hitting this time.
One
of Bergeron
coming.
32 to 35 hitting the pits this time.
Now there's still quite a bit of cars out there who haven't pit. That gives the lead over to the 268 of Tom Ringer. He is now the first car who has not pitted.
Another DES veteran getting back there in action. Good to see Tom back out on the track. Let's see where it cycles everybody out. So with Tross staying out due to that extended fuel window, he's starting to lose some position. So let's see where it levels out.
Yeah, Tom Ritter is now the only car to not pit currently, and that allows Albert Williams to come back and take over the P2 position, but he is 20 seconds now behind Tom Ritter. Now that was a good green flag pit stop cycle. Nothing too crazy. Everybody made it on pit road, got off just fine. Everything worked out the way it should be. But I have to say, the biggest loser of that pit flag cycle has to be either Christian Clark or Brandon Hinton, who are now back in P6 and P7.
Let's look at some of our biggest movers out here. The 23 of Matthew Tennant started in 23rd, has made his way all the way up to the 5th place position. Running in 10th, you got Jacob Williams gridded in 26th up to the 10th place position. So we have quite a few guys who started at the rear of the field and have slowly made their way up into the top 10, top 5. 268 of Tom Ringer hitting the pits this time. That will succeed the lead to the 18 of Albert Williams.
And Albert Williams is going to have that position with a nice healthy gap of 2.5 seconds over Max Dinda. So he's doing exactly what he needs to run up front and maintain where he's at.
Jordan Tross, who elected to pit on that first cycle, has made his way back up to the 3rd place position, running about 4.2 seconds behind your race leader.
Christian Clark able to make some passes as well. He is now up to the P5 position, taking over a spot from Judson Curtis. So hopefully to see Christian Clark and Brandon Hinton, who are both back there, start making their way back towards the front. I don't know how they lost so much time on pit road, but they're trying to make it up as Christian Clark gets into the wall a little bit, allowing Judson Curtis to take that position back.
Nice little battle developing with the 35 of Judson Curtis, 99 of Christian Clark, and the 5 of Brandon Hinton, a running back there racing for the 5th place position of the 5 of Hinton, looking to the inside of the 99 of Clark for that 6th spot.
These guys are running a real good race right now. They are really putting on a good show.
Another good battle back here led by Austin Knight in that 11th place position. As you get the 57 of Chris Wagner, the 60 of Souza, the 32 of Geist, the 23 of Long, and the 6th of Ryan Godfrey out here battling it out.
I can't quite take my eyes off this five machine. And one, they're battling hard. Gary has been sticking to that top line while Brandon Hinton, he is known for sticking to the bottom. They keep getting side by side every now and then. They seem to not be able to get away from each other.
Sorry to cut you off. 3 wide back here for the 13th place position. Looking back, almost 4 wide. Looking at the 3 of Sean Dion, the 7 of Knight, the 6 of Godfrey, and the 60 of Souza. Man, these guys are really battling hard out here, duking it out. Sorry to cut you off there, Evan.
No, you're good. This is to have a chance to break into the top 10, which is going to aid it. But look at Geist all the way up by that wall right there. He pulls it down, but he was up there.
Looking 3 wide again as the 6 of Godfrey looking to get in the middle. Not able to do it, however, will clear the 7.
Looks like the 7 thought better of that and decided to back out of that situation. They were so close to each other. The 6 car didn't want to let up. He was really about to make that 3 wide. Their fighting has allowed the 84 of Jeff Denda to get closer and closer. So he's looking at that battle saying he wants a piece of that.
.32 of Geist looking to the bottom, is now 2 wide. Looks like he will not clear the 3 car heading across the stripe.
Now, this is the excitement I wanted to see out of Michigan. They are able to throw their cars anywhere and really get up there and put up a fight as Geist now finally clears those 2 cars and looks to try and chase down who's in front of him.
But as he clears in the 6 of Ryan Godfrey, able to get a fender underneath the 32. This is going to force the 32 to run that high lane. Let's see who's going to be prevailed on the exit of turn number 4.
Now, this is one part I want to throw out. Remember, the 60 car was also involved in this fight. But because he was able to get in front of them and those guys continued fighting, he's got almost a second gap to them now. He is driving away.
Jeff Denda is now up here in the mix. Tom Ringer in that 268 slowly running down that 84 machine, and the 7 now starting to battle it out for the 14th position.
And he's got some of the freshest tires on track too, as he last pitted 8 laps ago versus the people he's catching are plus 10. Lowest one is at 13, which is Jeff Denda. So he's got freshies compared to them, so he might have a little bit more fight in him than they've got.
While we were looking towards the back of the pack, the 79 of Jordan Tross able to secure that 2nd place position from Max Denda and is now driven away from Max by about 2 seconds, slowly but surely reeling in our leader, the 18 Albert Williams.
Another shakeup in that front area. Judson Curtis has checked out from Christian Clark and the people he was fighting, but he's got that number 1 of Gary, who's still running that high line, hot on his heels, and they were actually catching Max.
And while we are under these green flag laps, we're going to do a little side-by-side action. Step away to a quick commercial break. Keep your eyes open because our race will still be side-by-side.
Recent studies have revealed that microplastics are being found in human testicles, raising concerns.
You can never
about the
trust these
potential
studies.
impact on male reproductive health.
Who's hungry?
That's it. Keep going.
Well, you're so lucky he's naturally buoyant and you don't have to watch him. Is it Bob?
No, he doesn't need sunscreen or anything. He just gets softer as he warms up.
Bob, you're leaking.
Bob can't play. If he gets hit, he'll dent.
Don't let plastic end up in landfills. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
What the hell was that?
That's the new commercial for plastic. We think if we humanize plastic, people won't think it's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I just felt bad for it.
Marketing approved that?
No, we fired marketing.
I feel like it's missing action.
Yeah, maybe there could be like a chase or a shootout.
Explosions.
Maybe the Matrix thing.
Maybe his plastic gets stronger as he gets older.
Maybe he gets revenge, you know, to the people that were mean to him.
He's got a gun!
Who?
Bob from marketing!
Cover me, I'll get to the side. I can't believe this is happening. Here they come.
Get down, get down!
It's Bob from marketing.
Get down! Watch out!
We're hit.
Oh, hell yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. So that whole first half was like an origin story, right?
Should we greenlight it?
Yes, but not for TV. Put it on social media where it can go viral.
All right, let's get back to work.
Recent studies have revealed that microplastics are being found in human testicles, raising concerns
You can never
about the
trust these
potential impact
studies.
on male reproductive health.
Who's hungry?
That's it. Keep going.
Well, you're so lucky he's naturally buoyant and you don't have to watch him.
Is it Bob?
No, he doesn't need sunscreen or anything. He just gets softer as he warms up.
Bob, you're leaking.
Bob can't play. If he gets hit, he'll dent.
Don't let plastic end up in landfills. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
What the hell was that?
That's the new commercial for plastic. We think if we humanize plastic, people won't think it's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I just felt bad for it.
Marketing approved that?
No, we fired marketing.
I feel like it's missing action.
Yeah, maybe there could be like a chase.
And welcome back after that quick break as our second round of green flag pit stops are beginning. 48 of Max Dinda and the 7 of Austin Knight are the first ones electing to pit. Max exiting the pit road right now. We have had quite a few changes. 79 of Tross slowly starting to reel in our leader, 18 Albert Williams. He's knocked off about 2 seconds over the course of this run. 35 of Judson Curtis has made his way up to the third place position with the 5 of Brandon Hinton following in fourth, and the 1 of Gary Bergeron to round out your top 5. Six of Ryan Godfrey calling out, pitting in this time by. Let's see if there's any other takers with him. $99 of Christian Clark. Let's look here from the perspective of 99 and see if he's able to get this thing woed down enough Oh, he's coming in hot, locking up the brakes. Good job by that 99 getting slowed down. 69 of Todd Perrott in this time. Oh, and we got a caution. Looking at the 9 of Tad Dabney. It looks like the 9 of Dabney contact with that outside wall, forcing him into a lower groove right across the nose of the 7 of Austin Knight. That's definitely going to throw a wrench in some things, as we have had quite a few cars that have elected to already pit. So it's going to be interesting to see where these guys cycled out as caution number 2 comes out. We're going to step away to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Ship my pants. Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Burrito run! Who's in? I want to
You don't have to literally
Let's do
run.
burrito run.
And we are back after that caution. So we are getting ready to go green with Albert Williams leading the way. Jordan Tross will be in P2. Then you have Brandon Hinton, Gary Bergeron, and then Johnson Curtis. That's your top 5.
Now, a few guys got the short end of the stick here. The 99 of Christian Clark, 48 of Max Dinda, pitted prior to the caution. went a lap down and now had to take the wave around to get that lap back. So they will be both starting from the rear of the field.
That's definitely going to hurt them. They were two of our front runners today, so they are going to have to work to get back up there. Max has already been back in traffic. Christian Clark has not really been around traffic, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Oh, reckon 7 of Austin Knight already across. We got one car there in the infield. Not quite for sure what happened there. As we're rolling around, let's see if we can get a replay back what happened with the 7 of Austin Knight.
That was enough for him to call it quits. He's in the pits now. Oh, they kind of stacked up a bit. He runs into the back of the car in front of him, which I think is the 56 of Mark Holloway. The 9 car doesn't know that that's going on and just rotates him around.
As the rest of us have slowly started to single file out, very few battles here. 18 Albert Williams still leading this field to the charge as an absolute dominating performance by that 18 car tonight.
Yeah, he's just kind of been owning it right now. Oh my gosh, I just clicked over to Max Denda, and the way he snapped that car to the side to avoid hitting Thomas Long was crazy. So he's trying to make his way through the field. Christian Clark is right there with him, wants to make his way through the field too. Matthew Tennant, who also pitted extremely early, he's looking for a chance to get through the field, but he has the oldest tires in the field right now.
48 able to clear that 23 machine. However, the 99 is not, as they still continue to battle it out for that 13th place position.
Yeah, the 48's already setting his sights on the 56 of Mark Holloway. He's looking to get around him now, and as well Sean Dion. So he is trying to move forward as fast as possible. 56 into the wall right behind him, Mark Holloway, but he gathers it up and keeps going in the right direction.
We got a battle starting to develop up here for the lead as the 1 of Gary Bergeron continues to look for a way to get around the 79 of Jordan Tross.
The 79 and the 1 car, they're pretty comfortable running that higher line, so they are running a little higher than the 18. So they're trying to use momentum to their advantage, but I haven't really seen it work out that well. Looks like the 5 car is actually pulling up to that fight as well, and he is also pulling up Judson Curtis with him. So we might have 5 cars vying for the lead, but the 14 of Jacob Williams is also getting closer. So looks like a lot of strong contenders starting to appear now that we've crossed over that halfway point with 45 laps to go.
You know, talking about Jacob Williams, I've been keeping my eye on him here as of recent, man, and he's really been starting to kind of move and migrate towards the front, to be one of these front runners out here. So it's good to see that, you know, all of his efforts into perfecting his sim racing is really starting to pay off as he's looking to the bottom, trying to get to the edge of that 35 of Justin Curtis.
Yeah, to build off what you said, Jacob Williams is probably one of the hardest working guys at his sim ability. When he first joined, he was in the back, a little bit off pace, but every race he got better and better and better, and he always maintained being as clean as possible too. So he's improving while still being one of the cleanest guys on track.
And I think that in his very near future, we're going to see that 14 car bringing it into victory lane.
Yeah, he's getting very close to it, as currently right now, him running in that top 6 position, he is the highest running non-DES race winner currently right now.
For those of you that are out there watching the YouTube chat, let's hear your predictions. Who do you think is going to finish in your top 3 positions, and in what order? Edwin, what you thinking?
I'm thinking I think the top 3 where they're currently at right now is going to be our top 3 for this race. I think Mark Holloway, Judson Curtis, all of them aren't going to be able to break into there. I think the exact running order we have right now will be the top 3 at the end of the race. Albert Williams is a force to be reckoned with.
I'm going to throw a caveat in there. I think we're going to see the 18, the 79, and I think we're going to see the 5 of Hinton up here in this mix.
Yeah, that is a good possibility, as the 5 and the 1 are actually currently battling right now. Gary has been to that high side all race long. The 5 machine, he tried running up top early on, decided that that's not where he belongs, and he went to the bottom, and now they have gotten side by side multiple times.
But one guy we really can't count out is that 35 of Judson Curtis, man. I have turned thousands of laps racing against Curtis, and he has really got it down pat. He has perfected his craft. He knows what he's doing, just waiting for the right time to bounce.
Yeah, he's back there lurking on these guys right now, and he's choosing kind of a middle line in comparison to them too. So if he gets up there, there is a potential for these guys to end up 3 wide, because all 3 of them choose different lanes.
We got yellow.
Out.
Looking at the 23 of Thomas Long out there on the backstretch. Sounds like the 99 of Christian Clark may have been involved as well.
Oh, look at that. Looks like the 23 gets into the wall. The 99 just had nowhere to go.
Now that's definitely going to throw a wrench in things, as we are now completing lap 72. These guys are not going to be good on fuel to the end, so we're going to see at least one other stop prior to that. But before we get back to green flag, we're going to step away to a quick commercial break.
This looks great. This must be yours. I found it on the kitchen table.
Thanks.
Mommy, have you seen my hamster?
Well, isn't he asleep in his cage?
Have you seen my hamster then?
No.
But honey, go upstairs and look thoroughly. I mean, sure. Probably behind the bed, like where you found him last time.
Okay.
And we're back. We had quite a lot of pit road takers. Looks like the top 4 are the only ones who did not pit, so they've got 15 lap old material in comparison to everybody else who's on freshies.
Now this might be a different strategy, because what's going to happen is these guys are going to have to pit here in about 15 laps or so. Whenever they pit again, they're going to be good on fuel to the end, whereas everybody that just pitted is not.
Yeah, they're going to have to make at least a splash and go to make it all the way to the end, because I'm going to be hard-pressed to say these guys can make it 36 laps on fuel.
I think 36 is a bit interesting. I think that's going to be a bit longer than what they think, as we have a few more takers on pit road. 84 of Jeff Dinda and the 268 of Tom Ringer.
The caution got extended due to some technical issues, so they capitalized on that situation. There's nothing against that in the rules, so they can do that. And I think that might be a smart game changer rule right there for them. Or move.
As the lights on the pace car are off, coming to the stripe this time will be lap 75. That'll be 35 laps remaining in tonight's event. There's still a lot of racing left to go. I don't think anybody's going to make it on fuel, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting 35 lap sprint. And then this carries over to tomorrow's race, where the trucks are going to be at Dover, which is always a high-paced, high-stakes race. And then we've got Premier as well, going to a road course, which is going to be absolutely fun for those guys. So this is a great start to a very exciting weekend here at DES.
Pace car pulls off. 18 Albert Williams. Definitely familiar with this situation, as he leads the field to the green flag with a massive jump there on the inside lane.
He got everybody sleeping but Hinton. Hinton was able to keep up with him. He's in front of him, but Hinton is there with him, while the rest of them have to vie for themselves. But looky here, 4 wide for P3.
I think we're going to see these new tires really start to come into play, as a 79 across, able to secure 3 positions in 1 turn. Now with the rear bumper, the 5's not going to put up a contest.
5 understands the bigger picture here. Let them go, because he knows they have to pit again. And by the time he pits, he will be at the speed advantage.
Now Albert Williams on the older tires, 79 across on fresh tires. So let's see how long it takes the 79 to maneuver his way around 18.
Yeah, the guys who didn't pit, they're starting to drop back fast. Souza is all the way down in the P10 position with 18 laps on his tires. And then you've got Brandon Hinton, he's in P3, about to drop to P4. And then you have Jacob Williams in P6, under threat for that P6 by P7. Oh, the 14 gets loose but saves it.
Yeah, excellent job. Excellent save there by the 14, as we're now 3 wide, still in the back of the pack, right behind the 60 of Souza. Now, for those that elected to stay out, they're going to have about 10 to 15 laps until they're going to have to hit the pits due to fuel. So I expect to see that pit window opening up here by lap 90.
And, you know, that might benefit them more, because their tires are going to have they're going to be able to go in for just a splash and go, while the rest of them are going to probably have to take tires. They cannot take tires and just do a splash and go as well, but their tires are going to have so much more wear in comparison to those 4 who didn't pit. The speed advantage will still be to those 4.
Now, I don't think we're going to see anybody just doing a splash and go. I think tires are going to be too critical here to where that if they do a splash and go, I think that's going to end up hurting them in the long run.
I agree with you too, but I can see that a lot of these guys are strategists. A lot of these guys are thinking about that. They're thinking about the chance to just go down, take fuel, and get back at it. So I don't agree with the idea of a splash and go, but I do see quite a few of these people might do that.
While we were back there looking, 79 in the Tross, able to get around the 18 Albert Williams, and if I'm not mistaken, these are the first laps led, aside from green flag pit stops, that have not been led by Albert Williams.
I think so as well. He's been dominating this race. He's been on an absolute tear. I'm back here watching Christian Clark, Jonathan Geis, and Mark Holloway go at it with each other, pulling Todd Perrant up to them. All of these guys were towards the back at one point, either due to pit strategies or anything else, but they are now right there battling each other as the guy in front of them, Max Dinda, just came over the radio and said he enters the corner at 208 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's some pretty insane speeds there. Looking right in front of him, the 35 of Judson Curtis. Looking to the inside of the 5 of Hinton. Hinton slowly starting to fade, but I'm curious to see if his strategy is going to work out. Remember, he is on older tires than everybody else, as he is still battling back against the 35 of Curtis.
Yeah, I think Albert Williams and Brandon Hinton are the two in the best scenario for this. Being on those older tires, fighting against fresh tire people, I think those two guys have this car figured out, understand what's at stake and how to race this situation. So I think those two guys are going to come out of this still vying for the win.
Now, let me walk you through the negative impacts of this strategy, is being that they're going to be pitting so early. If a caution were to come out, they're going to have to take a wave around to get back on the lead lap.
That is a huge negative aspect, because the only other option is if a caution does come out, they've got to make sure they raced their way all the way up to the leader and past him, which is a very tall ask.
Those 4 guys now have 25 laps on their tires. Expect to see the cycle starting within the next 5 laps.
Yeah, Jacob Williams has dropped all the way down to P15. And then you have the lowest one out of all the guys who stayed out.
And there's the caution.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Looking at the 6 of Ryan Godfrey.
He was off track to go to pit road. I think he thought he was on pit road. Well, this is a very interesting scenario.
Not quite for sure as to why that had brought out the caution.
It's a car stopped on track, so I could see that would be the only reason why. But one thing we have to remember, for those watching, is this is sim racing. So sometimes real life can pop up right next to you, and you gotta get up. So I think he had to get up for something, and thought he was on pit road, wasn't quite there because he's moving now.
Yeah, it sounds like he, talking over the radio, it sounds like he had some issues in his home life that he had to immediately get up and take care of. So he tried to get off the track as quickly as possible. However, that still brought out our caution.
Now, for those guys who stayed out, do they pit now?
Let's look at it. It's going to be extensive on the fuel run, but they absolutely have to pit. Is that they are within their pit window. However, I don't think they're going to be able to make it to the end on fuel pitting now.
We're right within a fuel window. Remember, it's 25 to about 30 laps is the fuel window, and everybody's coming to pit road. So that's going to put them all on fresh tires, able to race the way they want to now. This is a tough one for Albert Williams. He's going to have to actually make his passes for the lead now.
As we're hitting our pit stops, we're going to step away to a very quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Anybody home? In here. Whoa, Jenny, is your sister home?
No. But I'm here.
Congratulations. You passed the test.
A test?
I put my sister up to it.
Oh, Jake, you do love me.
Hey, son of a gun! It's refreshers time!
And we're back. Hunter, we had one guy elect to stay out. The 84 of Jeff Dinda. 13 laps on his material now.
That's an interesting strategy call. I'm kind of curious to see how it plays out for him, because it's all going to depend on if these guys can make it to the end on fuel.
Yeah, they're really going to have to work for it. Well, everybody else is good. The whole field is good. Jeff Dinda, not so much. So let's see how this pays off for him. He gets to lead him to the green, though, so it's his decision when they take off now. So maybe he can do something there to give himself a little bit of an advantage, but I don't see much of an advantage he could get.
Pace car pulls off as the 84 going to lead us to this green flag. Oh, car getting turned in the back into the infield. Looks like the 268 of Tom Ringer.
Oh, yeah, he's off the track. Oh, the 99 into the wall as well. 56 into the wall on the backstretch. They're falling back. They kept them all going in the right direction, but that was definitely a checkup none of them wanted to experience. Jeff Denda. He has dropped back to that P3 position, now P4. So he held on for a bit there. Now it looks like George Tross is leading the way. Max Denda P2, Judson Curtis P3, Albert Williams making it to the P4 position. He's trying to go for P3 now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Albert Williams has had fresh air for pretty much this entire race, so now that he has to navigate back through traffic, let's see how efficiently he's able to accomplish that as he now looks to the inside of 35 of Judson Curtis.
So far, it's been pretty good as he did take the restart in the, I think it was the P7 position. So far he's doing pretty decent, but people running the same line as him seems to be an issue as he almost gets into the back of Judson Curtis there, but is able to keep out. Caution, flag out. Last thing Jordan Tross wanted to see, he was able to get away, and now he has to stack them back up with the field.
Let's see if we can figure out where this caution happened. That's definitely going to benefit the 268 of Ringer. Looks like the 9 of Dabney is in pit road right now, missing a wheel, so I'm guessing he was involved in that, and there it is.
Oh, there it goes.
The 82 of Christopher Morton and the 9 of Tad Dabney.
Yeah, it looks like the 9 is just off pace, and the 82 was not expecting that. He thought the 9 would be of same speed, and it was not the way. This is what happened to Tom Ringer on the start. So as you see, the inside line is shaping up. They're getting all stacked together, and then there's a checkup. And just the car behind him didn't see it.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. Gonna have some rear end damage to that 268. This will be the perfect chance to bring it down here onto pit road, get some of these damages repaired. Use that fast repair if you haven't already. I expect to see quite a few takers down here on pit road just to do a little gas and go stop. Make sure we got enough fuel to make it to the end, as we are now 17 laps to go.
Now, that would be a smart move to do that. We're going to take a quick commercial break and then come back to the excitement, and we'll let you know if anybody hits pit road.
Ship my pants. Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Marijuana, stimulating, mind-expanding, safer to use than alcohol. It's the in thing, the hula hoop of the jet generation. Marijuana is an intoxicating, mind-muddling drug, and as much a part of growing up as smoking corn silk behind the back fence. This has been a public service message of the American Medical Association and your local station.
And he fell. Whoa, I'm not driving. I'm way too stoned. How are you feeling, Beer?
Oh, since we had that talk, I'm not driving tonight at all.
What about you, Dave?
You only had a couple of drinks.
And only a couple of puffs.
I don't drink and drive. No way I'm getting behind the wheel when I smoked weed, too.
How are we getting home, then?
Well, you can drive, Dave.
Come on, Dave.
Take one for the team, buddy.
Don't let weed and alcohol influence your decision to drive.
Yeah, I need a ride.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does? Okay, last time. This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Hey, Lindsay? I wish you didn't smoke weed.
And we're back. 15 laps to go. Shootout that they're about to have. Jordan Tross leading, Max Dinda, Albert Williams, Gary Bergeron, and Matthew Tennant finally breaking his way into the top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you that are interested in baseball with the World Series going on right now, a little score update. You got the Blue Jays leading the Dodgers 9-2. So pretty close game so far, but back to racing. We are green flag, 79. Jordan Tross with a massive jump on the inside lane there.
Yeah, Albert Williams was not able to keep pace with him. He needed to stay up on that 79 so that he could easily get past the 48. But now he's got to get past both of them now, as Matthew Tennant under threat from Brandon Hinton. There goes Albert Williams to the inside of Max Dinda, but Max Dinda drives it in even harder and covers off that inside line. Albert does a nice little switchback, and it doesn't prevail for him.
Not able to get a run. 48 knows the move here. He's going to block that bottom lane. That's what the 18 is trying to get right there, but the harder they fight, it's going to open the door for the one of Gary Bergeron.
It's allowing Jordan Tross to drive away. Honestly, they should just focus on catching up to him and then sort it out. Letting him get away just hurts everybody's race right now. As the 18 darts below the 48, he's going to have a full-on side-by-side entry, and he's going to clear the 48 of Max Dinda, setting his sights on Jordan Tross now.
The harder these guys are battling, that was a good pass there by the 18, but now he's got a lot of work to do to catch back up to that 79 machine.
He's going to have to push that machine like he's qualifying. He has to go on a 13-lap qualifying stint right now to chase down that 79 of Jordan Tross.
48 of Max Dinda not looking to give up that position too easily, as he's still looking to get around that 18 machine. But I think the 18 machine needs to keep his eyes forward and focus on that 79 before he starts to drive away.
Yeah, and the 48 should now get focused on that one car. Gary, he is there and wants to get past him as well. These guys are pushing hard. They are fighting hard. It is a three-way battle for the P3 position, almost five-way battle, as Brandon Hinton's still there, and so is Donald Bell. He is getting involved. He's finally crested his way up here. He's trying to make his way into the top 5.
48 of Max Dinda loses another position to the one of Gary Berger on the 18. Now to the rear bumper of the 79, looking to the inside. I don't think he's going to have the momentum here in one. Let's see what he can do in the backstretch.
Jordan Tross is a tough pass. We both have raced him before. We know how tough it is to get past that guy. So the 18 of Albert Williams got his work cut out for him right now. He's out there rocking that beautiful Bobby Labonte Interstate Batteries paint scheme, while Jordan Tross is rocking the Jeff Burton number 99 X side. So it's nice to see those two beautiful throwbacks fighting each other the same way they used to do in real life.
'18 has the momentum here. It looks like he's got the fender underneath the 79. They're going to be side by side off the exit of start number 2. Let's see if the 18 can hold the momentum here on the backstretch. Looks like the 79 will clear, shutting that door on the 18. I imagine the 79 is going to block to the bottom here.
Looks like the 18 has the way better entry while Jordan Tross has the better exit. So the 18 gets next to him on exit, but Tross just drives away from him down the straightaways.
You think we're going to see a slide job here in turn one?
I think that's the only way he can make this happen. He has to go for it right now.
18 with a slide job. He's able to clear. Let's see if the 79 can cross him up.
79 is going to use that momentum on the outside. Look at him battling back. He is back in front of the 18, but the 18 is going to go for another slide job here.
He's got to be careful. The harder he pushes right now, the more tire he's going to burn. He's able to clear. 79 gets loose, trying to cut him up.
He said he doesn't have enough tire for it. Looks like Albert Williams calls him to burn up his material.
Oh, we get the 1 and the 48 both contact with the wall there off the exit of turn number 2.
Yeah, that looks like the P3 battle is now the next fight for that position. This is the next heated up battle. Currently, right now, they're lined up the way I predicted. So I'm a little happy.
Wrecking. Trying to figure out exactly who it is. 35 of Curtis involved with some massive damage.
Wheel off the car, rolling down the infield. Judson
35
Curtis.
of Judson Curtis, the 246 of Donald Bell, both involved.
The 246 was making his way. He was up there trying to stay in the top 10. That's a killer for Judson.
As we are going here under this last caution, we're going to step away to a quick break and we will be right back.
Try to make friends.
Want a Dorito?
Hey everyone, the new containing out Doritos!
Doritos?
You make friends.
And there's your beautiful baby.
Any day now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. Do you see what I have to do?
I know.
Give me that.
Okay, Jerry, once again, everyone's Doritos have mysteriously disappeared from the break room. Now, I realize this is a workplace, and I don't want to sound like I'm accusing you.
How dare you?
Okay.
That hurts, Steve. That hurts right here. And you know what? I don't have time to sit here and play detective. Some of us have work to do. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Outrageous.
And we're back here today with our final 4-lap shootout. First through 12 are cars that stayed out. Jordan Tross is the first of takers to pit road. He said he burnt those tires bad. His right front was all the way down to 79%. So he had to come on down, get whatever he could, and now he's going to go back out there and try and fight to get back up there to at least a top 5, maybe a top 10.
Now, you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. We have some cold tires. Sounds like the 79 is going to be pushing pretty hard to move back to the front.
We've already heard some people say they are about to get moving. One even called himself, I'm about to race like a dart without feathers. So we're about to see what goes down. Oh, stack up on the outside line, caution.
Massive wreck.
It looks like the one car just didn't go. Started with the one car of Gary Bergeron starting on the front row. Let's got to go back a little further to see what goes down. And then the green flag comes out. Oh, the 5 car lifted his rear up off the track. You know, that's the thing about these Gen 4 cars. You have the ability to lift up their rear tires, and it looks like the 5 car just got too excited, lifted up the 1 car, and just stacked up the outside line.
Massive damage to some of our big contenders out there. That's going to definitely throw a wrench in these final few laps.
I don't think anybody behind Geist and the inside line didn't get contact. Because look here, Geist gets sent in the air. Max Dinda involved as well. Chrissy Clark actually threw it completely unscathed. That is an insane wreck. Get a few more cars in the picture. Let's see who else possibly made it through unscathed. Look at that. 35, Justin Curtis woes up. 82, Christopher Morton, he gets it slowed down. Man, Hunter, you called it. Cautions breed cautions, and that was a big one.
Absolutely the big one here at Michigan. For those baseball fans out there, a quick little update on Game 1 of the World Series. Toronto leads the Dodgers 11-2. Dodgers 1 on, 1 out, and that just changed. Hatani with a 2-run shot. It'll be 11-4 in the top of the 7th.
These guys out there being cordial with each other. Hunter, Hinton has accepted blame. Gary said it's all right. Everybody just talking nice to each other. They're out there having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's going to be interesting. We're going to have a green-white checkered shootout here at the end. So let's see if the 18 Albert Williams, he's proven his speed here tonight, but he's going to have some new contenders up there. You got the 59 of Matthew Tennant running in second, the 3 of Mark Holloway in third, 1 of Gary Bergeron involved in that last incident up in fourth, 84 of Jeff Dad Dinda in that green machine up in fifth, and the 79 of Tross back to sixth.
You know, the interesting thing about who Albert Williams is going to have to fight, Matthew Tennant, he is an amazing driver. He's very good, but he is very aggressive. If you open that door a little bit, just know that 59 is going for it. So he's going to have to fight hard for 2 laps because Matthew Tennant's not going to let him get away with it easy. I'm excited to see this shootout, man. It's going to be high speed. They're going to throw it in the corners. You might see a lot of high side runs here. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. The lights on the pace car are off. 18 is going to be the one leading this field to the green flag, and we will have green-white checkered attempt 1 of 2.
Pace car getting ready to pull off. These guys are getting ready. Pace car off. It is now on them. Let's see if anybody gets hyped up again.
See if we can get a clean restart here, and we're off. 18 of Williams off to a good jump.
Massive lead over the next competitor. Matthew Tennett's going to be throwing that thing in the corner to try and get up there to him, though.
3 wide, 79 of Tross, shooting the gap between the 56 and the 1. Able to clear them both. 79 a little loose there off the exit of 2, is able to recuperate.
Justin Curtis, who was involved in that wreck 2 cautions ago, he's now up there trying to pull up to the back of Jordan Tross right now.
Now, once we take this white flag, we will finish the race under green. There will be no more yellows. And here we go, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go.
Albert Williams has just put his foot down and is going. He has a nice, healthy lead. He is not worried about what's going on behind him anymore.
And the last 2 set of corners, 18 Albert Williams with a clean exit off turn number 4, and your race winner here at Michigan International Speedway.
Albert Williams, dominant race all night long. Absolutely owned it.
Jordan Tross, your 3rd place finisher here at Michigan. Jordan, walk us through how that race went for you.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun race. It was definitely an interesting one based on when the cautions fell, and it really just, I got really unlucky timing on based when they fell and just tried to make the best of it on the tire strategy that I had.
Yeah, Jordan, it looked like you had some serious pace out there. I heard you earlier after your fight with Albert Williams when he got the lead back from you. You said you had no more tire for it. How hard were you working in that battle with him?
Yeah, I was giving it 100% of what I had. He had about 15 lap fresher tires, so I knew it was just a matter of time. But I was just hoping a caution would come out and I'd still have the lead, and maybe that would just help me hold some more positions if more people came down pit road. But eventually when that caution did come out, it put me back to what, like 15th there, and it was chaos trying to get back up to the front. And so I'm pretty happy coming back up to 3rd, but yeah, there was no real chance for a win there.
So, question for you. During the first caution of the race, you went down pit road and you said, I'm not going to learn how to drive these things if I don't get back there in the dirty air. So from your opinions, what did you learn driving back through the traffic throughout the remainder of the race?
Yeah, it definitely, it was the car was very tight all race and definitely wanted to push up to the wall. Saw a lot of people getting the wall on exit of the corner. And I think one thing that contributes to that is if anybody crosses in front of you, like crosses your nose through the corner, it would make you even more tight on exit and you'd have to lift even more. And so it was definitely, it made you lift extra in the center of the corner to try to get more turn and pull off the corners so you wouldn't be as tight. And it was definitely fun to try to race my way back through the field, and felt like it was going pretty good there until all the cautions came up.
Well, Jordan, congrats on a P3 finish, man. You definitely earned it. You worked for that. So congratulations, and we'll see you in the next one, sir.
Yeah, thanks. It was a lot of fun, and thank you guys for putting on the broadcast and the race. It's always fun to do these, and always trying to get a 0x, but apparently I got some incident points after the checkered flag in this one, so I didn't get a 0.
It's all
Jordan Dross, your third place finisher. Let's see if we can get our second place finisher up in here, Matthew Tennant. Matthew, congratulations on that second place finish, man. You were kind of moving around a lot tonight. We've seen you a few times run in the middle of the pack, and then when the time mattered, you were up here in the front. Walk us through how this race went for you.
You got me? Sorry.
Yeah, I got you.
It took me about 75% of the race to figure out how to save, but I finally figured it out, and gave him a little run there, but just didn't have enough for the 18.
You know, Matthew, it, like Hunter said, it was awesome to watch you race through the field. But when you lined up on that green-white checkered on that outside line and saw that opportunity to steal the win sitting right in front of you, what was going through your mind? How were you mentally preparing yourself for the fight at hand?
Well, I guess I wasn't, because he got a jump on me. So the last restart was much better. I was on his bumper then, but I started in third. But then the caution came out. But yeah, I mean, could have been better, but couldn't give him an inch there. But I gave him a foot, so he got me.
What were your biggest factors to being able to finish up here in second, man? Like I said, you were kind of running in the middle of the pack earlier, maybe within the top 10. And then there at the end of the race, you know, was it just the cautions that helped you out, or was there any specific strategies you played that helped?
Specifically, I took 2, but I saved my tires the previous run before that to keep my lefts in good standing or whatever, and then just took 2 and went from like 12th to 4th or 5th, and then, like I said, I figured out the line. I got away from the high side altogether, and only taking rights actually helped the car rotate a little bit when I was trying to hit that bottom line. So I just had to time it right. It was pretty good.
Well, once again, congratulations on that second place finish, man. It was awesome to see you out here maneuvering your way through the field. Looking forward to seeing you carry this momentum into Kansas next weekend in the Gen 4 series.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Our race winner tonight, the 18 of Albert Williams, with an absolutely dominating performance, man. Albert, walk us through, what did you do out there to just dominate the entire field and lead 82 laps of a 110-lap race?
Yeah, I don't know. There are a certain few tracks that, you know, when I show up for our practice session, that, you know, it just naturally comes to me in the feel of the car. And this was one of them. Michigan has been a very good track for me. And I found a connection with the car, the track, and everything where, you know, I was fast on short runs, could somewhat maintain it on the long run without getting tight. A lot of people were having trouble getting off the corner when it start plowing tight, and I was able to control that pretty good. But yeah, I mean, just a very cool, very nice track, and it's very fun with these cars. Getting up to 205 miles per hour, and then you have a lot of off throttle time, and you know, a lot of wheel control as well, trying to, you know, keep the speed through the corner without scrubbing your right front.
So I got a question for you, Albert. We talked to Jordan a bit ago, and he said that when you passed him for the lead, he was giving 100%. And I heard you make some comments about how you were sideways and stuff. How was that battle, and what was going through your mind throughout it?
Man, yeah, that was a very fun battle. Leading up to that battle, he had pitted on a cycle and I had stayed out, and I believe he had took tires and he got around me, and I kid you not, I was about to come and make a green flag stop within that next 2 laps, and caution came out, and I was like, it plays perfect in my hands because I'm gonna come in, but I was, wondering what Jordan and some of the others that took tires before were gonna do, and they came in and Jordan had just taken fuel only, and I was like, oh, that's that was my best bet, and so working my way through the field from I think 7th. I knew when I got to Jordan, I'm like, I have to pass him as soon as possible because if a caution came out, and for one, I'm starting on the outside, which is never really preferred when the leader can get such a good jump. And at the same time, the heat cycles with the tires, the older worn tires, once they cool down, they fire off pretty good for like 2 laps. So I was trying everything. I wanted to be aggressive and make the pass, but be clean because we, as first season racing with him and getting to know him and his driving style and stuff. I want to make it as clean as competitive as possible.
Man, talking about your first season racing with him, you are now 3 races into the Gen 4 series. All 3 races you have finished in the top 5 with your first win in the series coming today. You said Michigan really clicked with you. How do you look forward on carrying this momentum next week into Kansas?
Kansas too. Kansas has been a pretty good track for me on a lot of other cars, so I'm hoping it carries over on the Gen 4 side. Thankfully, I don't think I gotta miss many more Gen 4 races now that the my NASCAR season is over and I'm done traveling and going to races and stuff. I can actually chill out for the winter and do some sim racing.
Hold up. What do you mean your NASCAR season?
I pit race cars. So
what? That's awesome.
Last weekend I wasn't there for Friday because I was in Talladega pitting a truck.
Now that's absolutely awesome. We love having the people who experience the real life world coming to race with us. You, Tyler Tomasi, and the select other few have shown up is absolutely awesome. So well done on that race win, Albert, man. Look to see you battling up front and potentially nabbing some more victories.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hopefully, I can carry this momentum into next week. I know Jordan is always fast, and I mean, from the first, session I was with him, he was already, making me push myself to find that extra 10th. And so hopefully we can continue to do that and have more amazing battles.
Do you intend on racing any more this weekend?
Yes, I plan on racing trucks, legacy trucks tomorrow. And I would say like my full time is the next gens on Sundays.
Well, Hunter, sounds like we're going to have some competition tomorrow at Dover.
Absolutely. Once again, congratulations on that race win tonight. Albert Williams bringing it home. 82 laps led tonight. Overall, what a phenomenal race. We had quite a few longer green flag runs. These guys were able to get it solidified out and figure it out. We had a few cautions there at the end that maybe played into some strategies and hurt some others. But overall, awesome performance by these guys out here tonight. Edwin, I appreciate you joining me in the booth tonight. Damon on the controls, looking fantastic as always. Edwin, go ahead and close us out for tonight's broadcast.
Yes, sir. Absolutely amazing. And again, just like Hunter said, thank you, Hunter, for everything you do, your analytical skills. Damon, your superior broadcast man. Thank you all for it. Shout out Albert Williams for his win. This was an absolute fun one. Catch us tomorrow for Legacy Trucks at Dover, Premiere at Sonoma. And what's next gen at? I seem to have forgot. But next gen on Sunday, they will be at, I'm going to tell you all right now just to make sure.
Indianapolis.
So that's going to be another great race in itself. So thank you for tuning in. See ya. Go Blue Jays.